What's up? It's been a minute since I've been up on this piece. Started a new job, like I'm pretty sure I've said in a previous video. I started a new job at a big box retailer, and it's a temporary job, but with the potential of it becoming a full-time position. So I have been working very hard on that, and which hasn't given me a lot of time for anything personal, other than eating and sleeping, really, because I've been working my ass off, and it's decent money, and I actually enjoy the work. What we're doing is we're installing digital sales labels all over the store. As you can imagine, there's quite a few, and it takes quite a while. And it's actually an ingenious little system that they have. This is one of the batteries that I accidentally brought home in my back pocket. You see how small it is? I'm gonna take it back on Monday because who would have a use for that piece of shit? But that being said, this piece of shit's really not a piece of shit. It's guaranteed for 5 years. Guaranteed to work continuously for 5 years. And they're saying with a top potential of 10, so the company is actually looking to get 8 years out of each one of these batteries. That's incredible, dude. But anyways, I just wanted to jump on here today, give a little update. Seems like that's all I ever do. But, since I've been working, I have gotten a little bit of money. So I have been able to buy a couple of things. Like I found some really cool braided Ethernet cords. So I'm going to slowly change out all my Ethernet cords to this. It's like Cat 7 or some shit. More capacity than I'll ever need for sure. Also, I bought a new PC. I bought a workstation PC. I'll try to put a picture up here, but if I can't, here's a little picture of it. It's old as shit. It's like a circa 2015 Dell Precision 3620 workstation PC. I can put a maximum of 64 gigabytes of RAM in it, which I am going to do. I checked the picture of the motherboard. It does have 4 DIMM slots, so it will take the maximum amount. I'm pretty excited about that. Just getting a computer with a ridiculously large amount of RAM. It's going to allow me to do some virtualization and some other things. It's going to be a real workhorse of my actual lab space and experimentation. Because when it comes down to it, this puppy right here it's my server. It's my storage server. Right now, it's just the Plex server because that's all I got going on. I haven't really set up my own personal cloud for photos and whatnot yet, but like I said, I've been busy. And then this one here is just going to be for Linux server. Well, it will have Linux server stuff on it, but it's also going to be running all the processes, the ad blockers and all types of other things. I sound so knowledgeable, don't I? All sorts of other things that Linux can do. Anyways, I'm fucking unhinged today, man. I'll tell you what. Anyways, so I'm pretty excited about the $127 computer. It does come with a GPU because obviously it doesn't have an APU. So it's a pretty shitty one, I'm pretty sure. But that being said, if it'll fit, I bought one of these on eBay. And honestly, the only reason I bought it is because it looked cool. I paid like 10, 7, I don't know. It was almost nothing. That's why I bought it. But it's just, an enterprise grade workstation GPU. So I'm gonna try and get that working, maybe just for shits and giggles. I mean, I'm sure this isn't good for much, but I don't really care. That's one of the reasons why I love buying this older tech, especially these guys, because they have DDR3, and I think they're a maximum 16 gig, I think, on those boards, if I'm not mistaken. And every single one of those PCs has maxed out RAM. I have another one down here that I'm going to turn into a PF Sense router. It's maxed out too. That one, oh. But anyways, back to the workstation PC that I got. Oh man, here it is. Okay. So the other stats of it are is it only has 8 GB of RAM, but I really don't care about that because I'm gonna probably want to swap out all the RAM, get all brand new, all the same, you know. Because I think on RAM, I think I am gonna buy new because it seems like the new versus used might as well, in my opinion. Because I think RAM might wear out over time. I don't know, but it the good thing on this, it doesn't come with an OS, which probably helps keep the price down. Because I'm going to put Windows 11 on it just because I can. And then I'm actually going to dual boot that with I'm going to have Linux also for my testing fun stuff and all that. And this one comes with 128 GB NVMe and a 256 GB SSD. Now, once again, that doesn't sound very good, does it? It really doesn't. But it will be good because I've got PCs that don't have hard drives. This guy right here doesn't have hardly any hard drive. It's just got a little guy. So I'll probably add that 256 GB to it, and then between that and the other one that it's got in it, it'll probably have 3/4 of a terabyte, which for what I'm going to using that computer for, it's fine. Oh no, that one down below. The Linux server. The one up top, I'm going to have to put a whole bunch of good drives in. Right now, I think I just have 2 TB drive in there, so it makes me nervous doing all the DVDs. If I lose that drive, I lose all that work. I really need to set up RAID, but I really haven't had the money because my previous job, they never worked me full time, and screw them. It's been a while since I worked full time. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I really don't know why I'm sitting here for so long. I guess I just want this video to actually go long. And if you're still here sitting watching my ramblings, thank you so much. Because just the fact that anybody is watching this, it's cool. Please leave a comment down below just to let me know, how crappy my content was, as Simon Whistler said, if you don't know who that is, look him up. He's excellent. Smash that dislike button. Because to the creator, a dislike is just as good as a like. It's an interaction. But yeah, well, like I said, I'm excited about this, and I'm going to be getting more of those wires. Like a 12-foot cord is like $8. The braided cords. So I need a 16-foot for the main PC over here. Because I thought a 12-foot was going to do it, so I bought 2 12-foot cords. One to go from the router to the switch. Because man, I love the hell. Let's just do a little walk around. I love the way that this shit is set up. I really do. Over here, I got my modem and the Wi-Fi access point, which I do need to move over here to the server rack. Right? I got some awesome screen garbage going there. I'm a nerd. And then, man, you look back there. Mind you, the desk is a mess. But when I get that workstation PC, right? So that's my main monitor right there. So I'm going to be taking I'm going to be taking the laptop off of desk duty and actually using it as a laptop and whatnot. And then I'm going to have that workstation PC. Actually, I kind of want to have it on top of the desk, even though it's huge. I might put it over here. Don't know yet. And then over here on my makeshift server rack that I built out of existing materials in my house, it was 2 little shelves from the dollar store. I have my 24 port patch panel. I got my 24 port enterprise switch. That is the only piece of enterprise equipment you will probably ever see me have. That thing runs at about 15, somewhere between 15 and 30 watts. And that's worth I like the look of it. I like how big it is. And honestly, all right, and then here's my PCs and then my awesome power distribution unit. And then I also just got a second one, which I'm gonna put back here. It's awesome. Oh, I'm sure you love seeing that finger in the camera, huh? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so tickled by my. Well, it's also a very cheap setup. Like I said, like everything there is used except for well the power distribution unit because I'm not buying used surge protectors. You just don't. And I'm pretty sure that the patch panel was brand new. I got it off eBay, and that's okay. I mean, I don't have to buy everything used. Like, well, that my laptop, monitor, keyboard, mouse, all this stuff over here is brand new because I bought it. Well, I bought it essentially. I bought it for my son, so he would have a PC to play games on. It's a decent little laptop actually. Doesn't really keep up with games now because it's a Intel. Was it i7 8th gen? It's a good computer though. Snappy. I do want to upgrade it though. Get a bigger hard drive in it because the hard drives are getting close to capacity. And also, I was thinking I could have a somewhat I don't know how to say it decentralized storage system for files, perhaps. Where like if I have like a 2 terabyte drive on this computer, that computer, that computer, that computer, I can have them all work as a singular drive and use the network to do the RAID. I think that would be really cool, something for me to experiment with. Because I'm in my late 40s. I'm just going full mad scientist, man. Fuck it. What that entails, I don't know. Come on, roast me in the comments, please. All right, so we're getting up on 13 minutes here. I guess I am going to let it go at this point. Like I said, I just really wanted to post something, and maybe this is something that I can start doing just to get some freaking content out there. Is just do some ramblings, and maybe that's what I'll call this series, Ramblings from Sneaky Blinkers. You have been entertained, and I know it. I've been entertained. But then again, I love me. I think I'm so funny. I think I'm the best, man. I am the best. Good job. Like, okay, perfect example of this. A little work-related anecdote. Okay, so the company has stated that there's everything's in 4-foot sections for this tag project. And what the company says that they want us to be able to do is 14 bays a day. And depending on where you're at, that's either, well, for them, it's not possible it is actually impossible. Because, I mean, there are times you only get 4 or 5, because if you got bays that have like 200 items in them, that takes a while. Then if you got a bay that's got 12 items in it, that doesn't take a while. You know what I'm saying? But 2 days this week. On Thursday, I did 26. 26. And then I didn't do any calculations around that one because I wasn't really thinking about it. And then the next day, which was Friday, which we were only doing it for 6 hours. I ended up still doing it for 8 hours because they're dumb. But on Friday, I did 15 bays in 6 hours. And I forget how many bays that they did. I went around and I counted. I did, because I kind of fucked up the calculation, somewhere between 13 and 20% of the total work. There are 20 people doing this project. 20. Each person responsible for about 5% of the work. I'm getting that job. When I say working my ass off, I mean it. I almost doubled what they want me to do. And the thing is, on Friday, I've gotten it down to such a science and such a system that I'm standing around half the time, just stretching. Because, you're hunched over, you're doing stuff with your shoulder and your elbows, man. I'm getting old. I'm not as young as I used to be. I hate to fucking say it, but I'm old. But I'm still working circles around every single one of them. My age, all the way down to about 18 years old. Hell, the younger they get, the slower they go. And I don't like being that person looking down at the young people, but like, perfect example, there's this one dude, big old redneck motherfucker. He wasn't big, he was tall and skinny. Keep that in mind for later. Wire skinny. Anyways, going there for orientation, and this guy is fucking gung ho to get started working. He wants to get out there right now, start working. Right? So I was like, okay, he's got a family. He needs money. He's motivated to work. Good man. Right? And then 2 weeks before we actually started this project, they just had us working in the store to get familiar with everything. And he showed up every day. He did a good job every day. Then the week that we started that project, he called off twice. Remember how I said 2 weeks? We worked before the project started. 2 weeks. Probably about enough time to get a paycheck. He gets a paycheck, and then all of a sudden, he doesn't come to work. Gee, I wonder why. Meth is a hell of a drug. Has to be. Wire skinny. Skinny, skinny. But that's not generational. That's just fucking drugs, man. Like, crystal meth, fentanyl, whatever, man. It's a fucking plague. And then here in Virginia, they like taking the Delta 9, Delta 8, whatever the fuck you can get your hands on in a smoke shop and make it illegal for some reason when marijuana is legal. I can smoke marijuana flower all I want to. Fuck you, government. I guess I am still doing an illicit substance. I'm proud of it. But I am done rambling. I know no one's here, nobody's watching this, but still getting that video out there. Y'all have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me some hate comments down below. Woo!